Tara here. It's really good to have you. And I just really want to apologize earlier. I know a few of you were trying to actually look and watch this video earlier, and then I was unable to provide that to you because we had some really high winds, and it took me out of plain sight of being able to share with you. And that's the unfortunate part, but that's also how you know that the content today was going to be good. It was just a little opposition. I'm not going to pay it too much attention, but just wanted to take a few minutes just to connect. And I have to tell you, today really challenged me a little bit because I'm somebody that's more naturally type A. I really like to get things done, and I like to be presentable and have my makeup done, and I'm learning how to have balance and let go a little bit, and it's been a little bit challenging for me. I'm not as used to it as maybe some of the rest of you are. If you are, I just think that's awesome. I'm getting there, and I just had a really great small message. I'm not going to take a lot of time, but I really got to thinking this morning just about my spouse and my kids, and maybe for you it's a business partner or coworker, maybe it's your child, maybe it's a partner, maybe it's your pet, you know, whatever that looks like for you. But I know that, you know, sometimes the day we think can be set in stone, but then life throws us curveballs, and we should really be able to know what to do with them. But sometimes our stress and our anxiety can get the best of us, and in moments like this, we are not as relatable as we could possibly be. And it got me thinking, because it's like, geez, you know, if I were the person that had to get stuff done, and maybe my kids and for me, my husband might have something that they want to do, and if I'm not responsive to it right away, then they may be tempted to throw that back in my face and get upset with me. They don't, thankfully. But how would I feel if I were the one being yelled at back? And I don't know that that would be such a good feeling if I weren't able to be as supportive of them as they are me, and vice versa. And it got me thinking, like, in the morning for me, it's hard. I'm not as much of a morning person. I'm learning to be. Over time, I'm working on that. I'm making some lifestyle changes for that to happen. You know, being more active for one, two, being really careful about the food I eat. I really notice, for example, if I get off track with what I eat, I notice a big difference in how productive that I end up being, or just how I can think clearly and on my feet. I kind of slow down a little bit. I'm not as quick. I notice that it's harder for me to get out of bed and things of that nature. So I definitely encourage, you know, nutrition whenever possible. You know, make sure that you are meal planning and make sure that you are cooking, and especially for days that you might be on the go. And definitely if you're in a stressful situation, and, you know, how many times have you had to insert your foot in your mouth because you get ready to say something that may not be the kindest, and really, is it their fault that you're grouchy this morning, or that you're tired, or that you weren't able to get out of bed? No. So why would you want to take it out on somebody that you love? Okay, you still have a choice. So it is partially also a mindset thing. So that goes back to eating. That also goes back to getting proper rest, because when you do get sleep, you're going to be more productive naturally anyway. But when you get ready to snap off and say something that you regret, instead take a step back. Think about if that were you in their shoes, and are you really going to want to say that to them? And sometimes we have to think about just leveraging our time a little bit more. You know, maybe the things, like, for example, the day that I was going to have today was not the day that I planned. I thought that I was going to be able to get a lot more things done. But as it turned out, I wasn't as able to do that. And I realized, gosh, this is silly, because I don't want to go two places at once. I would rather just go to that one place at once. Hey, Rachel, I would rather just go to that one place once and get what I need to get done there rather than running around. I saved myself almost 2 hours of time, and that allowed for creative time and focus in my day today. You know, I have some projects that I want to do around our house. We just moved in last year. I'm really excited about our home. It's our first home as a family. And I actually have a toy box that was mine when I was little, and I want to give it to our daughter who turns 2 in May. And so I'm going to repurpose and redecorate it, but I needed time to be able to sand. I needed time to be able to get creative and think about how I wanted to decorate that and purpose my time. Well, if I would have been running around and I wouldn't have relooked at my time management and my schedule and my calendar, and instead of just diving in, actually taking that step back to say, gee, how can I create more time in the time that I have? Is there a way to leverage that so I have a little bit more freedom and flexibility? I still managed to get all my connections made for business. I still managed to get some cleaning done. I have dinner set for tonight. I got my creative time in. And it was all because I didn't just go off what I thought was A, B, C, D, E, F, G off my list. I actually took time to actually step back and refocus my mindset. So if you feel stuck or you feel anxious or you're ready to snap at someone, which happens to me, I'm more type A. I naturally want to get things done. I'm a doer. And that's not always good. Sometimes you just need the balance to reflect and reconnect with your creative side. You need time to reconnect as a family. Again, it's not their fault that you feel that tension. So if you're feeling that way, time to step back, find purpose and balance to your day. Enjoy your day. Your day's meant to be enjoyed. It should not be running you. You should be running it. You should be telling your time where it needs to go. You should be able to be in that position where you feel good about what you got done. Yeah, and I agree, Rachel. I do think some of it's sufficiency, but I think if we rest and have balance, and you can chime in too, if we have rest and we have balance and we feel like we're connecting with ourselves, like we're naturally going to be more productive and efficient with our time, right? Because we're going to feel less pressure or less anxiety or less stuck. The creative juices are going to flow. Your balance is naturally going to flow. You're going to be more at ease, so you're going to enjoy things more naturally, and people are attracted to people. So if you're relaxed, easygoing, and you're still getting stuff done, they're going to be like, wow, how is she doing that? How is she getting so many things done in her day? And it's all going to be because, yes, we still want to get things done. You still want to make a commitment to taking action steps. You still want to have goals. You still want to set time to meet those goals. We've talked about that in prior videos. You do want to take that time as a recap. You do want to take that time to look in your schedule. And if there's certain things you want to do, yes, you make that time. And that brings up another good point. You tell your time where it needs to go. Somebody asked me today, I just don't know how you find time to do the things that you do. And I said, really simple. I give myself boundaries. And that's my next point. I give myself boundaries. So I say, okay, from 1 to 2 o'clock, I have time to sand and be in creative mode. From 2 to 2:30, I'm going to grab lunch. From 3 to 3:30, I'm going to use that hour to clean, okay? And I don't operate outside of those boundaries. If it didn't get done, oh well, I'll look at my schedule tomorrow to see where I can leverage the time. That was really hard for me to learn because I wanted to naturally keep going all the time. I wanted to get it done. I get started, I just was like, oh, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. And I could do it because I was fast, but I didn't feel fulfilled. There's a difference between completing tasks and feeling good about what you did within those tasks. And so that's really important to know. Listen to your body. It's telling you to slow down so that you can push forward again, so that you can be more, because you're no good to others if you can't be good to yourself. If you can't chime in and take care of yourself, you certainly are not an authority to be able to take care of others. And that could be places where you actually have authority, as a wife or maybe as a mom or as a partner or, whatever that looks like. That role is crucial. It's super important. So I encourage you, just to recap on what we discussed today, be sure to really go back. If you're feeling that tension, slow down, take a breather, regroup your thoughts, look at your schedule, see what maybe needs to change, how you could be a little bit more fluid and flexible throughout your day, what you could do to be in a better position mentally? Do you need to do some self-care? Do you need to take a time out? Do you need to just schedule some time that you can work on other tasks and come back to that task? And then from there, just see in the future what you can do to alleviate. Remember, life is all about tweaks. Remember to be kind to yourself and give yourself grace as you learn a rhythm that's going to be really good for you in terms of being productive. And just allow yourself to be fluid with it. It doesn't have to be set in stone all the time. Allow yourself some room to kind of flip-flop things and switch things around. Enjoy life. Find reasons to enjoy yourself. Find reasons to live. Find reasons to be yourself. Find reasons to connect with other people. Learn from where you're at. Learn from where you're growing as a person. You should always inevitably keep growing. Even in your time management, you should keep learning for new strategies. You should always want that hunger, because think about what you're passing down to your children. It's a legacy. Think about what you're passing along to your spouse. Think about the messages that you're wanting to communicate with your family, because at the end of the day, these tasks can wait, but you don't want to be like where I was a few years ago in burnout and your spouse tell you that they feel like they're seconds, because that's exactly the position that I was in. Trust me, if anybody understands and shares this message wholeheartedly, it is definitely myself, because I was definitely in burnout mode. I was definitely there, too busy trying to conquer and dominate everything. It is not worth it. You want to be healthy for you. You want to take care of you. Heck, if your schedule is so hectic, eliminate some things. Tell it that it needs to wait until tomorrow, and allow yourself grace, kindness. Go do that thing that you love to do. Go take a hot bath, go take a soak, take a walk, find meaningful ways to be relatable to your family, to your kids, to your, wife or your husband or whatever that looks like, your pets or, a friend that you really care about, because they're going to feel that. When they see that, they're going to be like, wow, you're doing really great. You're going to start to encourage and inspire other people to be a better them too. So that's all that I have for you today. I hope that this was a really awesome, productive message for you. I hope that you thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm going to be finding more ways to connect with you. Stay tuned. I'm actually going to try to hit somewhere between 11 and 11:30 a.m. tomorrow Eastern Standard Time here live. Again, that's 11 to 11:30 Eastern Standard Time in the morning. And also don't forget below, I'm going to actually in the comments section not only post my contact information, I'm also going to be posting my business page so you can find out a little bit more about me and what I'm about and what I want to share and what I'm passionate about helping you with. Don't forget to look over that, fill out the application. There's also a VIP list so that we can stay connected, so that you can learn more tips, tools, and strategies about time and so many other things for free. Yes, you got it, for free. So don't forget to take a look at that information in my comments, and I look forward to connecting with you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.